then that can be turned into tweets, it can be turned into shorts, it can be turned into newsletters, it can be turned into anything. And then it's a really easy way to create content once and then distribute it everywhere without much work and much additional effort. So started on LinkedIn, was getting some traction there, but realized that I really wasn't going to build the trust with the audience that I wanted to. The video component was missing. And I also wanted to be on all the platforms. And I did not have the energy to think of new content for every single platform, because writing a piece on LinkedIn doesn't easily translate into something that's going to really kill it on Instagram Reels. It's going to be quite dry. So that's why I chose to take the audience that I had on LinkedIn, start the podcast, and speak about things on the podcast that I was speaking about on LinkedIn. In fact, when I first started the podcast, it wasn't even called Success Story. It was called Sales versus Marketing. And I was only speaking to marketers, CMOs, CROs, again, speaking about the things that we were dealing with in our day to day. And that was my first version of the podcast. And I think those episodes are actually still up. And that was my first version of taking my LinkedIn audience, moving it into podcast. The first podcast I ever did was audio video. And I took that, I chopped it up, I pushed it everywhere, and then I would transcribe it and I turned it into a newsletter, and that's when the newsletter started. So that was sort of the evolution of my content. Um, it's changed a lot since then because I've changed a lot. What I care about, what I speak about daily changes all the time. And I think that that's also how you should look at your content and how you should evolve it. Your content, again, should be about the things that you're dealing with in your day to day. So if you are like the company that I was building at the time was acquired at the end of COVID. So now I'm not building a company. So what are the things that I care about? Well, when I started my content, I cared about tactics, very, granular. Okay, again,